Hello everyone. Uh, Hi. Welcome back to the channel. It is it's basically midnight. It's the 5th of March. Technically speaking, it's the 4th of March, but it will very soon be the 5th of March. And I'm making this vlog because I want to start having like a monthly kind of chat, you know what I mean? Even if no one attends it, even if it doesn't rack up views or anything, not that I care about those, even if it doesn't, you know, generate any discussion. I've always, if you even look back at the early days of my channel, I like making vlogs especially, that kind of tell the tale of where I am in life and what I'm doing and what I'm going through, and just like benchmarks of my lore. um, and for a while there I did do benchmarks, though I did them with a lot of infrequency and really no rhyme or reason. And then I started doing car vlogs, which was a more minor scale version of it because I would do one every week. And it ended up being a problem where I didn't have much to talk about at all. So I guess the aim with this is a more kind of regular thing where I can talk about me, and I can talk about what's going on, and I can talk about just stuff that either I want to talk about or haven't gotten the chance to talk about with people that I see every day, you know? The stuff that there isn't much room for in society. I kind of just want to use this as like a blank slate, as like a proper means of communication between me and you. Admittedly, I'm not looking the best right now. It's pretty late at night. I'm about to go take a shower, but yeah, I want there to be more transparency, and I always want it to be more than a gaming channel. And I feel like this is kind of the means by which I build a community. I really do. Because I always feel like I start trying, and then I kind of lose the community aspect of it as time goes on. So I get so enwrapped in video games, I get so distracted and so enthralled in making stuff like that. So I want to chat. Now, as of 2025, I've already missed January and February. So I guess that's kind of off the market, but I can keep things going from March onward, and we can work something out. I guess I'll cover the last 2 months now, since we're here. Kind of gotten the whole introductory thing out of the way. But as of January, for the first week or so, I finished recovering from getting my wisdoms removed, my wisdom teeth. Celebrated New Year's, and I mean, that was December, but still. I drank intentionally so many ice caps, to the point where I didn't want any more ice caps. I was sick of them, as a means to kind of put a break on my little addiction. Then I went back up to Toronto for school. Things started off well. The lead actress in the film I'm making had to go back to Spain because she got a TV show deal there that's gonna make her a lot of money and everything, and good for her and everything. So she was in Toronto for basically the entirety of January, and gave me three days to film everything I needed to film with her. And we definitely did not get through everything. We there was a Monday, and then the following Sunday and the following Monday were the 3 film dates in January. Now, admittedly, we got done a lot of filming in that time, but we only got we had 8 scenes scheduled for that first Monday, and we got through, I think, 3 of them. And then Sunday came around, and initially it wasn't even fully meant to do with the actress, but another actor who has to kind of travel here. And so the only 2 scenes were scheduled that day, but we moved the scenes from the Monday over to the Sunday and Monday that to kind of ration things out. And so we ended up getting, I think, 5 scenes done on Sunday, 5 or 6. And then we ended up getting a certain amount of scenes done on Monday. It was definitely by far the most productive of the bunch, but it did result in me having to cut a few scenes from the film, and it meant that we were trying to get so many scenes done that I didn't have time to give it directorial feedback and do another take. It was kind of, we did it, if they messed up on a line, we'd go back, we'd do it again, and then I would kind of just, it would be there. Admittedly, January, because of that, was the most stressful, it's probably the most stressful time I've had all school year so far, just because of trying to get everything done in terms of the film. And it was very taxing, and it made me very concerned for the health of the film, because those scenes, a lot of them weren't done particularly well, and if I missed anything, any small detail, it's oh well, because we can't refilm that stuff. It's eternally, permanently stuck because she's in Spain. On the other note, I can't remember if anything else happened in January. No, I don't know that anything did. The Royal Rumble happened. That's what happened. I finally went home. I drank my first ice cap in ages. I watched the Royal Rumble, and it was a good time. It was a very relaxed, a very chill kind of time for me. Following that came February. In terms of February, we, oh yeah, semester 2 started. Didn't semester 2 start? Semester 2 started in, yeah, semester 2 started in January as well. Nothing overly special. So we get to February now. I think by now I'm fully enwrapped in trying to promote my friend's YouTube channel, Beef Sonic, which is cool. It's always nice to have another friend that does YouTube, because then they really, really understand kind of the thing, and I have someone to talk to about it, because usually I don't. Started branching out with some games. I'm starting to branch out socially, starting to talk to people, well, more people than I usually do. And filming is nearly done. I mean, it was supposed to be wrapped in February, but things didn't pan out, largely due to just people's schedules, that of my cameramans and everything. But filming was nearly wrapped in February, so there is that. But otherwise, but like it was a much more relaxed time in February with filming. We got a lot done. We're in like the very end stages of it now, which is sick. I picked up a new hobby. I go to the Eaton Center, right? And I go to, I sometimes, if I'm in the mood for it, right, I'll grab a drink from Starbucks for the fuck of it. Because I like, it tastes just a slight bit different than Tim's, for better or for worse. And if I'm really feeling up for it, I'll get something there, just to have something to drink, even though there's a Tim's in the basement. And it's just a nice break, you know, in the medium of it also. I'll sometimes get Starbucks, but the main tradition is that I go to the Eaton Center, and I sit there and I lounge around in the Indigo that's there, which is a bookstore for those who don't know. And I look at books and everything. And there's a particular series, because I usually find myself in like the manga section, which might make me sound like a complete nerd, and it probably does. But like, admittedly, part of it was inspired by the fact that I was getting tired of Netflix canceling a bunch of shows that I really liked. So I want to kind of see what it was like to experience the raw material that it was inspired by. So I'm currently collecting the book series of Record of Ragnarok, and that's pretty neat, I think. And it's actually, more information is coming out about season 3 of Record of Ragnarok March 25th, which is going to be cool. But yeah, I've actually just yesterday, as of recording this, well, 2 days ago now, because it has hit midnight. 2 days ago, as of recording this, the 3rd of March, I finally found the first chapter, or the first edition, whatever you want to call it, of Record of Ragnarok. Because for the longest time, I owned the 2nd chapter, and I owned the 7th. And I knew that they were the 2nd and the 7th. But I got the 2nd one because I didn't have the 1st, and I got the 7th one because I just wanted another one to have, and I really liked the battle in it. If you don't know the premise of Record of Ragnarok, it's humans versus gods for the decision on whether humanity survives or not. It's a whole thing. But finally, after checking up so many times and kind of just sitting there, like, being in that environment, and it feels so different to be in a bookstore, you know what I mean? Like, it might sound nerdy to say this, but there is something different about the atmosphere in a bookstore. It's quieter. The smell from all the books and all the paper in there, it's different. The atmosphere is just different. It's a little cooler. You kind of just, it's peaceful. It's quaint. I think quaint's the word. It's the apt word to describe Indigo. It's a quaint environment. And I'm a guy that likes quaint environments. So I finally found the first chapter. So I bought the 1st and the 3rd on the 3rd of March. So now I have chapters 1, 2, 3, and 7. And I'll probably read the first couple chapters, and then I'll go and buy 4, 5, 6. And I'm pretty sure right now it goes all the way up to 13, but like the book series isn't done. They just do it in chapters. And it's a manga, so it's not like they take long to read. But the first thing I'm reading, I actually started it just today as of recording this, March 4th. I got the first, like, they're in these big collections, right? Like these big, kind of like how a comic can be in a graphic novel, and a graphic novel is like all the comics combined. I got this big book, which is like the first 7 chapters of the Death Note manga, or manga, or whatever, however it's pronounced. And I got that for Christmas. So I actually started reading that today. I read the first 2 chapters of the 7, so, and it's pretty interesting. I'm a huge fan of Death Note. Not my favorite anime, 2nd favorite, but I really like it. And yeah, I went on a whole tangent there. Point is, found a new tradition, right? Going to Indigo, reading more, filming's nearly done, socializing more with people. We're working on a play called The Streetcar Named Desire. The class has been divided so everyone has like a particular scene to do. I am doing scene 9. For those of you who know Streetcar Named Desire, I am playing Mitch. In scene 9 of that, which is pretty. It's rough. I mean, it's going well. It's going very well for me. I got the costume and everything. I actually did find out that there was a Value Village really close to me, which I couldn't find because it wasn't popping up on Google Maps for the longest time. And I finally found one. Fucking love that store. But yeah, had a class on the 2nd, on Tuesday, and we had like 30-minute time slots with our professor. So I go there, I do the scene. She wants us to do it again because we had done the previous week some kind of improv techniques, playbacks, to kind of get the emotional stakes of the scene and connect with the scene partner, and work on like impulse in that regard. But that didn't really work for me. So this week, our professor had been thinking about it kind of all week. So when it came my turn with my scene partner to do the thing, we did it. She wanted us to do it again. And she introduced the kind of idea of substitution, where I substituted my scene partner, like in my own mind, right? I substituted my scene partner for someone that would provoke those feelings more naturally for me. And I won't disclose who that was, at least not here on camera, because it's just not necessary. But it was difficult to do. It affected me so emotionally to do that and to think of the person that I thought about, that I did end up crying. Not a whole lot, just like a few tears shed, because I was so in the moment and so overcome by like feelings and stuff. And she asked me how it felt and everything, and I said I hated being in this state. And my professor actually questioned if I want to be an actor, because being in that state that I hated, was, at least in her interpretation of acting, part of the job. Which is an interesting kind of dilemma, but there's no doubt in my mind that I want to be an actor. I've just never, I think the problem, I shouldn't say the problem, I think the biggest thing for me wasn't that I was emotionally vulnerable, because I can be that, and I actually do want that, and I want like the excuse to be with the right person. The problem for me is that I've never been that emotionally vulnerable around that many people, with that many people, willingly allowing that many people to bear witness to it, especially at once. So it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I was sick for a whole week. Reading week happened. I went home, played video games, not much special there. Hung out with my best friend. Did some more stuff for the film. That's all well and good. Got the guy doing the soundtrack for my film to start creating some like demo kind of music pieces for when I get the ball rolling on the filming and what's to be expected there. And it's been a crazy kind of ride, I guess. Really thinking about it, how February has gone. In any case, March is upcoming. As of right now, I don't know what's happened much in March, but we're about a sixth of the way through. Wednesdays, we have this class called CPS. It's Creative Performance Studies. I'm doing this thing where half the class is dedicated by this one professor to this idea of metamorphosis. And as of right now, I don't have a clear idea as to what I want to do with it, but I want to do, like, and it's making me nervous even just thinking about it, but I want to do like a symbolic metamorphosis of like a shift in kind of ideology and maturity. And we only have 2 minutes in terms of the presentation length. But I want to do one on suicide because I think that's important. And because those people who know me know my history with it. So I feel like if anyone's equipped to talk about it, or if anyone should, it should be me. At the same time, it's like racking my nerves because it's a demon that I don't let breathe very often. And I have a lot of demons in me. But that one is just, it's like I want to talk about it, right? But then I get in the mindset of who really wants to hear about it? No one. Why do we really need to speak on this topic? Why does there need to be a point made? Who needs it right now? Not really anyone. Like, if I think about it too much, the more I kind of dissuade myself from wanting to do it, because in the recesses of my mind, it's just like, there's no necessity to do this to myself. There's no reason to talk about suicide, and yet, for some reason, I want to. So, I don't know. Aside from that, all the classes are going relatively well. Nothing crazy going on there. I already talked about Streetcar. And other than that, yeah, I'm kind of just enjoying the ride. Got some filming to do this upcoming weekend, and this upcoming weekend will mark probably the second last day of filming, especially in Toronto. And then we just have one more scene that we'll have to do some other time with this one actress. Involving me and the lead actor, just because she can't make it this weekend, and then it's her birthday next weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, it's her birthday this weekend, that's why she can't make it, I don't think. Yeah, I'd hate to ask her to do that. Regardless, 20 minutes, give or take. Actually, I'm in the middle of processing a Dead by Daylight video, which I know you're like, oh, Dead by Daylight, but actually, I've been focused so much on posting Dead by Daylight as of late that I'm nearly caught up on Dead by Daylight videos. I'm nearly done. I used to create them in such surplus amounts that I have one video and then this one, and then I'm completely caught up on Dead by Daylight. Which is insane. And this video that I'm processing right now is from the 2v8 event. It's a mega episode of Dead by Daylight where I played as every Resident Evil survivor and escaped with them, which was a fun one to record. But regardless of that, I don't know. I'm in a weird spot because it seems like a lot of things are pushing me to be more vulnerable and a lot more emotional. And maybe that's saying something because it might just be kind of stupid in my own head type stuff, but I'm feeling like I'm in that weird state that I get into sometimes Like it goes away, and then it comes back for maybe like a month or two, and then it goes away for a while, and then it comes back for like a month or two, where I get like really enveloped in trying to no longer be single, you know? And like I always have this kind of thing in the back of my head where like I feel like I'm on the precipice that something's gonna click really soon, and something romantic's gonna happen. Or someone will walk into my life and I'll make a move, or like I feel like something is about to happen, and I'm in that weird state, and it's weird because all these classes and everything are demanding a bit more of a vulnerability and emotional kind of response from me. So it's all kind of tying together, and it's a lot. Though I don't deny I would like a girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah. In any case, I'm pretty sure we're all caught up. So I'm gonna keep posting stuff. I think I'm nearly caught up, so I'm gonna have to start making a lot more. I'm gonna have to start picking up production on actually recording stuff again, because I'm starting to run out of variety, and then soon I'll be posting the same series back to back to back to back, which I don't want to do because then it messes with the anniversary video. But yeah, it's a quarter after 12. I gotta get going. Got class at 10 tomorrow, voice class, and then a movement class, and then a 2-hour break, one of which will be used for rehearsing with my scene partner for Streetcar. And then I got CPS, like I talked to you guys about, the first half of which is kind of like vocal stuff with harmonies, and the second half is what I was talking about with the presentation that I intend to do about suicide. And then we go to Thursday, and I have an hour and a half starting at 9:30 of this class known as speech, and then an hour break, and then music, and then an hour break, and then my lecture, 3 hours, 3 to 6 o'clock, video games. And then we go to Friday. Friday's a chill day. Start at 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3 hours, ensemble games, or Buffon, whatever you want to call it. It's a clown class, my least favorite class. Fucking hate that class. Should be an elective, I swear to God. Hour break, 2-hour lecture on the philosophy of death. And then my week's done. And then Saturday's filming and everything and all that jazz. Either way, I'll get back to you with another one of these vlogs at the end of March. And it won't be as long as this one. This one's the longest, simply because I talked about 2 different months on top of this month and introducing the series. But until then, let me know what your guys' lives have been like down in the comments below, and I will see you guys with more stuff. Sorry, just really quickly, I completely forgot that I've been having discussions with ChatGPT, and I've learned a lot about myself right there, but I'll leave that for a different time because I was already doing the outro. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys later with more gaming, more vlogs, whatever else comes. Have a good one. Later, guys.